what happened in 2019 to make me only upload 12 videos, and not even 12 videos together, just breaks apart, constant breaks, no uploading. What happened in 2019? There's a lot of things that happened in 2019 that caused me to just stop doing YouTube for this much time, however long this ends up going up. I've been recording it, what is this, March 4th, so we'll see when this actually goes up. But a lot of things happened, and I wanted to go over some of them with you guys, just to explain a little bit of why YouTube stopped for me. I don't want to quit YouTube, but why it just hit a halt in 2019. Now, the first thing that I could think of, probably the earliest thing that started happening in 2019, is I stopped enjoying recording videos. When I started YouTube, it was always a hobby for me. I like entertaining people, but it was always a hobby. My literal job is IT work. I have a job. This is on the side because I used to enjoy doing it. I loved it. I enjoyed editing. But it came to the point where, and I think it was as soon as I tried to keep up with a schedule, that it became more of a job and less of a hobby. It was something that I needed to do rather than something that I wanted to do. I was making videos just to put them out. I really didn't care if I was actually enjoying myself, but I needed to get something out for you guys. And that just started making the videos unenjoyable to make, because I knew I wasn't making them because I wanted to make them. I felt like I needed to. The numbers also started mattering way more than they ever should have, considering I wanted it to be a hobby. I always just wanted it to be a hobby, but the numbers just got to me, I guess. I'd say I wanted to, no one doesn't want to make views on a video when they make YouTube videos, that's obvious. But they just started to matter more and more to me. And by the time I was making some money off of it, 2019, I got kicked out of Curse. Curse is the multi-channel network that I was with that was giving money from YouTube to my PayPal, and I lost the ability to make money off of YouTube. And the fact that I knew, it started being a job is I cared about that. I spent weeks looking for new multi-channel networks because I know I don't make enough for AdSense to really do anything. I've been on AdSense since, and I haven't really made $1 on YouTube since, so that's proof right there that, well, without Curse, I stopped making money, and that mattered a lot. But it's not like I needed the money from YouTube. So why did it matter so much? And with all that of constantly worrying about the numbers, constantly worrying, am I gonna be able to make money off this again? And constant, I can't enjoy my weekend, I can't watch a movie with my family because I need to sit down and make an hour long, 10 minutes, whatever minutes YouTube video, and it changed who I was. I didn't want to spend time with people because I wanted to record, but it wasn't that I wanted to, I needed to. So that's one of the first things that happened, is just my attitude towards YouTube changed. And I want to turn it back into a hobby. I want to have a schedule of maybe 2 videos a week. Maybe not even that, maybe 1 video a week, but I want to have some sort of schedule that allows it to relax a little. I can record 5 videos in 1 weekend and then be set for 5 weeks sort of thing, not 5 days. So I'm gonna try and do that. I've recorded 2 videos that will hopefully come out soon after this came out, because I actually enjoyed getting the things for them and recording, the days leading up to, oh, I'm actually going to record a video for YouTube again. I was excited. And that's the feeling that I lost for YouTube. And it feels good to have that back. I want to play games, I want to do all that, But I just need to be able to manage my own time with it, and trying to keep up a video every 2 days schedule, that it was a job. I couldn't do it. I edit my own stuff too, so it's like, well, there's weekends gone out the door, never spending time with people because, I gotta do YouTube. So I want to change that. Hopefully 2020 we can bring back Creepy Faded Spark, and I'm not sure if I should say this, but maybe another channel that I've been talking with a friend, talking with a friend and making. So we'll see if me and him start up another channel. I'll make a video about it in the future if we ever do. So now the second thing that happened in 2019 that just made it impossible to continue recording. There's a lot of things that go into this one. I've definitely, from 2019, 2020 is looking better, but in 2019, I was depressed. And there's a lot of factors that went into that. First one I can think of is, at my job, I am responsible for one of the big servers that was, it's very confusing as to what state it's in now, but that was supposed to go into production. And every day that I spent working on one single issue where I couldn't get this to work, or there was a time I literally broke the server and I thought I couldn't bring it back, I felt like I was a failure at my job. I thought I was this close to getting fired pretty much every time I walked in that door, and just hoping, today's the day where I can fix that error. Today's the day where everything just works, and constant back and forth. It was never the day where it worked. I've gotten stuff working now. It's good now. It's not in production, but every day leading up to that was just, this broke. I have to restart. I backed it up. Now this whole weekend I have to spend bringing everything back up. This was lost, so I have to redo this entire thing now. I don't even know how this script works, so I'm going to spend a week trying to figure out how this script works, and I thought I was failing at my job, and I hate failing at things. My battery's going to die. One sec. But yeah, I hate failing at things, and I felt like I was failing at my job. I still to this day sometimes think, well, there's not much I was doing. Do they really need me, or are they just keeping me around until they can fire me, sort of thing? Like, I don't feel that way anymore. The server's working, it's all good. I got everything working, and I feel proud that I did, but the lead up to that was just constant fight after fight after fight of trying to get it to work. Another thing that went into the depression, I thought for a while that I was going to lose my best friend. And we've been best friends since high school, and the thought that I was going to lose them killed me, because they're very important to me. Like, my friends are so important to me because, well, just everything. Friends are supposed to be important, and the thought of losing them because, you're boring to them, or they found someone better than you, it's just, I thought I was losing in that, and that I was, I don't know, being a terrible person. I was shitting on myself because I thought they were going to say, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. And I thought, well, what's wrong with me that I can fix this? And that was the constant thought for a while is, well, there's nothing. So that was a big chunk as well. So probably the biggest piece that has been really a battle on and off for years when it comes to depression and all that. I never was as bad as I got last year, But this one is just, it's been constant, and I see it coming back in the future, because just who I am. But, I have cystic fibrosis. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's a genetic disease that causes mucus to form just all over your lungs, causes infections and flares to easily get to your lungs. Mucus blocks your pancreas, so you can't digest things properly, so you have to take pills every time you eat. I've always had it. I've always lived with it. But I've always had the thought that it is going to get worse. And that's a thought that I still kind of have, because you can ask a lot of people with CF, I'm sure it crosses their mind that, well, history is bound to repeat itself, right? It gets worse, it's as proven. It's a disease that gets worse the longer you live. It's a disease that gets worse as you age, sort of thing. I'm extremely healthy for someone with cystic fibrosis. I've been hospitalized only when I was diagnosed, and only a couple years ago when I had pneumonia. So I'm extremely lucky. But that didn't change the fact in my mind that, well, luck's gonna run out eventually. And, it's something that I constantly think about. That it could get worse at any moment, and I really never know. I do my treatments and all that to help, but, it's bound to, right, sort of thing? So, for the longest time, I've just thought, well, what does a lot of things matter, because you're always going to get sick. I was always getting sick, always, like, chest pain, extra coughing, and it got to the point where I was just tired of always having a new med, always getting sick, always another fight with cystic fibrosis, and I thought that I was just goddamn tired. And I was at the time. I was. If you've ever seen the movie 5 Feet Apart, there's an amazing line in that I really like, not to sound all melodramatic, but the character, she says, I've always been living for my treatments. Now I want to do my treatments to live. And I feel that so hard, because all I've ever thought is, I gotta get home, do my treatments. Gotta get home, do my treatment. Gotta do my treatment. Can't do this, gotta do my treatment. And it's just broken me over time, I guess. And I want to change my attitude towards that. But in 2020, it got worse. Eventually, when you reach the age, it's bound to happen, apparently. I don't know if it happens for all, but it happened to me. Cystic fibrosis-related diabetes. Now, my diet didn't help with that at all. That's obvious to me. But even if I had changed my diet, I was told I was going to get it. And when I heard that you have diabetes, you now have to do insulin, you now have to keep track on your blood pressure, blood sugar level, it was a confirmation to me that it was always going to get worse, because this was never a worry for me, and now I had proof that, oh, something else came down the line. And when that hit, I was just a mess for a while. There had been a lot of crying. I was not in a happy place. I tried to record during those times, and a lot of the time I would just get tired and lay down instead. Didn't even play games for a while, I just laid down and scrolled through Facebook, because I was tired. Um, the last thing that I could think of that caused me to, like, caused an effect in my attitude, my emotions, and everything. Well, you know, I shouldn't even talk about it. But, because it continued into 2020, so this is a 2020 thing as well. But I had found a girl that I really liked. And as much as I wanted to be able to work things with her and be happy, I got rejected. So that's a fun thing. Everyone knows that feeling of getting rejected by the person that they feel super happy with. But in 2019, I hadn't even gotten that far. Yeah, I know. Fucking make your move. So in 2019, it was just constant of, being around her and just never getting to be with, I guess is the word I would use. And it just kind of messed with my mind a whole lot. But in 2020, that's resolved, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So yeah, let's talk about, like, that's all that happened in 2019. That's last year. Like, that's last year's stuff. Being alone and all that, not a worry for 2020. I'm not sad about that anymore. Now let's talk about 2020, of how things are going and what I'm hoping for. Okay. First thing, we'll resolve up. I don't feel like a failure at my job. Do I like my job? It's okay. That's every job out there. It gets to that point eventually. No one loves their job forever. No, it's a good job. I make good money. I'm happy with it. I'm in the field that I want to be in. I'm still working on that server every now and again. But I no longer feel like I'm a failure at it. There's days where I think I could do more, but I don't feel like I'm going to get fired when I step in the door because you didn't solve that one problem today. I no longer feel that, and I'm glad to feel that way. Cystic fibrosis. It's always going to be in the back of my mind of if it will get worse or not. That's inevitable for me. I wish I could think differently that, oh, it's not going to get worse, but I'm a facts kind of person. And the facts tell me it can. I'm not saying it won't. I'm not saying it will, but it can. And it can years down the line. But it is not right now. And that is my opinion on the whole cystic fibrosis situation. I want to be able to do my treatments and do things that I love, including YouTube and all that, which I can edit while I do my treatments, so it's not like that's impossible. So I want to change that. I've started exercising because that's good dealing with cystic fibrosis. It helps to get the chest pumping a little. Oh, that was another thing in 2019. Fuck, I'm fat. So, I've been working on losing some weight. I'm down to like 160 pounds. But fuck, food is delicious, ain't it? So that's fun. I've been working on that because I know I'd be happy if I'm not as round as I am. And doing exercise feels hell when you do it. But I feel better that I'm doing it than I'm not. Sleep was another thing that I was incredibly lacking all the time because I'm an idiot and stay up too late. I still sometimes do that, but I'm working on either getting naps in during the day or or getting to bed earlier. So I'm working on just being healthier in general. Emotionally, physically, whatever type of healthier I can really be, I am working on doing it. The whole friend situation. It's been cleared up. We're all good. I'm not losing my friend, my best friend, thank God. That's not a worry in my mind at all anymore. I am not worried about losing anyone at all right now. And I hope I don't have to in the future, because it's not something you really should have to worry about. YouTube. Let's talk about YouTube. So, I already mentioned that I recorded 2 videos. I won't tell you what they are, but I will say they're not my usual type of recording. I'm hoping to upload one of them maybe a week after this. It depends which schedule I go with. 1 video a week, including this one here, or 2 videos a week. We'll see. So one of them might come out shortly after this video. I don't know. I don't even know when this one went up, but I have missed YouTube. Even though I wasn't making money, I felt that the numbers were bad, like I wasn't doing good at YouTube, I have missed it. There's been the times where I wanted to record a video, but other things just caused me not to, and I am back in the attitude that I do want to record videos. I wanted to record this one yesterday. Things got in the way. I wasn't letting that happen today. I am recording this one. So, hopefully we can either be at a 2 videos per week schedule or a 1 video per week schedule. Maybe we'll start with the 2, see how that goes, and then go down to the 1 if it's too much. Again, I might be starting another channel with a friend. We'll see if that happens or not. I am still going to look for a multi-channel network, because AdSense doesn't work. AdSense works, it's great for big YouTubers. For small YouTubers, it doesn't. So I'm still going to look for something a little there, so the budget can change a little bit for YouTube videos. Because I like recording again. I like editing again. I like YouTube again. And I want, there's the key word there, I want to record again. I don't need to record again, I want to. And that's what I was missing for the longest time. So there's this video, just explaining the huge gap. If you follow me on Twitter, you knew I was working on mental and physical health. So, this is the full explanation on why. And I am glad to be coming back. I was in a dark area for a long time, and I'm glad to be coming out of it. I'm still working on it. Like being social. Holy fuck, I need to work on that. But hey, this helps, so I hope you understand the long break. Hopefully there will be more than 12 videos this year. And I hope you'll come back for more, I guess. This is Creepy Faded Spark, signing off for now.